Hey yo, YAHANNA.
Hey y'all, what's up, Adawan?
Yo, you know we got to do it again.
Damn right.
They're killing us in these streets, you know?
Yeah, man, this shit crazy.
Let's ride.
Let's get it.
My heart goes out to all of my brothers who been shot by the cops, can't trust the undercover. Cold-blooded the way they did Demetrius Stanley. Shot him in front of his own home with his family. Innocent black man killed once again. To the hands of these crooked cops, they ain't your friend. Hunters down, they bloodthirsty men. Guns down, walk free and they win.
They killing us like George Floyd. Put a knee to your neck while they hold you down. You can't run, they'll gun you down if you drive away like Andrew Brown. Same way they did Matthew Williams. He had a knife, but they ain't have to kill him. Lied on him, say he lunged at him. He tried to flee, they shot their guns at him.
It ain't gotta be nighttime, it can be broad daylight. Get out your car, try to get back in, they'll kill you like Dante Wright. If you think cops like us, they don't, they hate us with all they might. When they pull you over, guns drawn, finger on trigger, they don't play fight.
Nah, they don't play right. They don't give a fuck about witnesses. Gotta really show them what the business is. While they out here killing kids, and we see what it really is. Got me losing my appetite, and the bitches harassing you at the light. When you feel you gon' die, then it's fight or flight. That's what happened to Rodney Applewhite.
Tired of these cops killing us, every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us, in broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us, every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us, in broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us, they killing us.
Never will understand. We living in fear, we kill every day because they got the upper hand. They murdered another man. Yeah, his name Joshua Feast. Kicking his body, he lay in the streets. It's the belly of the beast. That's why we say fuck the police. Fuck.
Crooked cops stay stalking. Kurt Reinhold murdered for jaywalking. Damn. Pull me over, I hand you my gun license. I ain't doing no talking. Yeah. Justice for McHale Rose, murdered by police at 19 years old. They said he had burglarized some place, but that was a lie. Let the story be told.
They live by it, they gon' die by it. Understand what I really mean. Shoot a nigga while he handcuffed in a seatbelt that was really green. Patiently waiting for the Lord's vengeance in the UPK. We got the illest team. All devils, they must die. Cut their heads off with a guillotine.
Right. AJ Crones and Sincere Pierce, y'all gonna learn who they are. That's right. The cops massacred these two young brothers and shot at their car. These devils can't help us, it's one solution, let's not pretend. We begin to police our own neighborhood, we must defend and bring these homicides to an end. Tired of these cops killing us, every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us, in broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us, every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us, in broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us, they killing us.
All right, clap it up. Shalom, Israel. This is Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. Today is a I.S.U.P.K Houston Wednesday law class. So, of course, according to the title, we're gonna discuss one of the things that's in the law, and that's idol worship or false idols. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't look at this as a major thing. You know what I'm saying? And idol worship, you know, that's one of the things that's in the 10 Commandments. We're gonna take a look at that. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of Christians like to say they love the 10 Commandments, or they love the Lord, I should say. You know, and they acknowledge that the 10 Commandments, you know, is God's words, but yet and still they serve and worship other idols. You know, they don't serve the Most High in his entirety. You know what I'm saying? For a matter of fact, Matter of fact, somebody give me some what we would call idols. We're not hooked up on the mics here. We gotta kind of make that quick. Shamar. All right, so one of the things that's like one idol that people, you know what I'm saying, follow is the idea of Christianity. You know, Christianity is an idol. Even the thing that what they call the cross, that is an idol. And every Christian that I know have or at least had a cross. Either they wore it as a necklace, a ring, earring, bracelet, anklet, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you ask a Christian, what does that cross mean? They're gonna say, "Oh, this represents Jesus." You know, this is the Lord. And one thing about it is, the Lord never told you, or Christ never told you, to worship Him in a cross, or some type of graven image. So we have to read that in the scriptures. So first, I'm gonna start off with what is it? Exodus. Give me the book of Exodus. Is one I'm working right now? Let me see it out. All right, give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. You know, now we're in Exodus, so this is when, you know what I'm saying, the Lord done led the children of Israel out of Egypt. Now they're in the wilderness. And you know, everybody done seen the movie to where, you know, Moses, you know, went up in the mountains and, you know, and was talking to the Lord. And the Lord gave him, you know, some you know, 2 tablets with some words on it, which was, you know, what we call or know today as the 10 Commandments. And the very first commandment that's on this list is what we're about to read now. Give me Exodus chapter 20, verse 3.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. You know, thou shalt, you know, that's a law. You know, so when Christians tell you that the laws is done away with, they mean this too. They mean, oh yeah, the Lord ain't worried about me wearing a yin yang sign or getting a Pisces sign tattooed on my back. The Lord is not concerned about that. The Lord is all loving. He's all merciful. He's all gummy bears and cotton candy. But this is the very first commandment that the Lord gives us. First, matter of fact, go read up. Go to verse 2.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God.
He says, I am the Lord thy God. Go ahead.
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Let me ask you a question. Who brought the children of Israel out of Egypt? Was it Moses? Was it the Israelite army, or, you know, the Israelites that decided to take a stand against Pharaoh? Now we sick of this stuff, man. Let's go ahead and get our swords and let's go, Pharaoh, and hey, man, let us go. Was it them?
La, sir.
Who was it?
The Most High.
It says, I am the Lord which have brought thee. I brought you out of the land of Egypt. I'm the one that started killing their first sons. The firstborn son. I'm the one that brought the plagues. I'm the one that brought all of the signs and the wonders that you saw leading up to that. I did that. That's what the Lord's saying. Go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. You know what I'm saying? Egypt is synonymous with bondage or slavery. So I'm the one that freed you from slavery. Me. This is what the Lord is saying. The Lord brought us out of slavery. All right. Now go back to verse 3.
Thou shalt have no other gods before
Y'all should
me.
have no other gods before me, because I'm the one that freed y'all. What does that look like for you to worship somebody else that didn't have nothing to do with your freedom or your livelihood? Just say, for instance, you know, you're on a basketball team, and Michael Jordan, he hits the game-winning shot, you know, to win the championship for the team. All right. So now, you know, everybody else is saying, okay, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Michael Jordan's the GOAT. But you, on the other hand, you say, oh, well, Bill Miller is the GOAT. Yeah, I'm rocking with Bill Miller. I'm gonna rock Bill Miller shoes. But Michael Jordan is the reason why you got a ring on your finger, a championship ring. How would that make Michael Jordan feel? Like he should have never hit that game-winning shot for you. That's just the same way with the Lord. I should have never said them. They gonna worship somebody else. That's why when Elijah, when he was going against those sorcerers, and he said, "Well, we gonna see who God is all powerful," and he started teasing them because he's like, "Where your God at?" Like when he was telling him when he was telling him to make fire come down and light the wood up, make the wood get on fire. Y'all know that story, right? So, you know, Elijah, he sweetened the deal. You know, he poured water on his wood. He wet it up. You know, it's kind of hard to set some wood on fire when it's wet. So when Elijah prayed, you know what I'm saying? You know, some things happened to where his wood just engulfed flames. You know what I'm saying? That's how you worship your Lord, by praising Him and acknowledging Him. Not no other people that has nothing to do with your salvation, your life, or anything. All right. Can anybody tell me what the cross is or represents?
The death.
I'll take that, but simpler than that.
The fact that he got crucified. That's what he was killed by.
Yeah, that's what he was killed by. But guess what? Everybody in Rome was killed by a cross, by crucifixion. You know, they got charts. You know, some crucifixions was like an X, some of them a T, some of them a cross. You know, some of them were just one bar that they nailed you to, or they hung you to, or they strung you up on. You know, that was just a Roman torture tool. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. I got a precept for what you guys said before when they said, like, where is their God?
God. Go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 17. Let the priests, the ministers of the Lord, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, spare thy people, O Lord, and give not thy heritage to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their God?
Read that again.
Let the priests, the ministers of the Lord, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, spare thy people, O Lord, and give not thy heritage to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their God?
I wouldn't necessarily use that. I mean, it's along the lines of it, but you're trying to think too deep on it. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much like a slap in the face, and to an extent, you're right. It's kind of a slap in the face to give credit to somebody else that did something for you. All right. Uh, now read verse 4.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any like.
We shouldn't do what?
Make unto thee any graven image
Okay, go ahead.
or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Verse 5, thou shalt not.
No, stop right there. It says, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. You know what a graven image is? That's the cross. That's that Jesus piece that a lot of rappers wear. The praying hands, the praying hands with the rosary beads draping from it. Like these are graven images. Like the things let me find it. Or any likeness of anything that is in a heaven above. So you the clouds with the little butt naked angels that people like to tattoo on their bodies. Stars, moons, zodiac signs. You know, our people love them zodiac signs, especially like our women. Some people can't walk out the house without reading their zodiac sign. I need to know what my life is going to entail for the day. Oh, you're gonna live there's only one person that's gonna make you mad today, but you just stay away from this person. You're gonna have a great day. Oh, I already know who they talking about. I gotta stay away from Sheila. But she gonna make me mad. So I'm gonna stay away from Sheila today because she always, she always got some kind of drama or something going on. I'm gonna stay away from her and I'm gonna have a great day. Then they walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? Especially with these another thing is these yoni crystals or yoni stones. Now these the people that they worship, crystals that, you use this stone for energy. You use this one for relaxation. You use this one for whatever else. I had a sister at one of my slaveries that used to do that, and she took one and she put it, near her box and just started rocking back and forth. And I was like, good night. But she really was into this stuff. But what happened is, the Christian church have bamboozled and misled us for so long that our people start to believe anything now. All right. It says, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under beneath. So those Pisces, those water signs, like they say, or them earth signs, that has nothing to do with us. We shouldn't make any graven images or any likeness of it. You know what I'm saying? Or the earth sign, like the Taurus or the whatever's. We shouldn't pay attention to these things because those are the things that didn't lead us out of bondage. They didn't lead us out of slavery. All right, you got every newspaper and that magazine that has and what's crazy about it, get 3 different magazines and 3 different newspapers or internet ads or whatever, and just look at the zodiac signs or the fortune for the day for those, and it's gonna tell you 3 different things. One of them gonna tell you that you might get in a car wreck. Something might bad happen. This is gonna say you're gonna have a great day. This is gonna say, oh, you're gonna get some money today. Which one are you supposed to believe? They all say Capricorn. This is the thought for the day for the Capricorn or the Cancer, but you got 3 different magazine thoughts, and then you got 3 different internet thoughts. Which one are you supposed to believe? And most of the time, you know, everybody gonna take the one that's good for them. Oh, this one say I'm a prosper. Oh, such and such magazine. Oh, they talking about some negativity. I'm not claiming that energy. You know what I'm saying? But instead of sticking to the scriptures and trying to learn and understand these scriptures, you float to that. All right. Uh, go to verse 5.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
It says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them." How do you bow down to these things? You know what I'm saying? Like especially in the church. Like what's like when the pastor call you to the altar, you know, for prayer or whatever it may be. What's behind him?
The pool in that cross.
A pool, yeah, a pool, and a big wooden or metal, brass, whatever cross that's probably about to, you know, from the roof to the ceiling, and you bowing down in front of it, not knowing and not thinking, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing and not thinking what you're doing, because all your life you grew up cross. You know, Granny probably got 15 crosses in the house. She got one on the door knocker when you walk in. She got one on the big dusty Bible that's in the guest room or the living room. She got them planted all over the walls and got them everywhere. And when especially like when you watch like some of the old school horror movies, and they got a demon coming, yeah. And then the first thing they grab is that cross. Get back, demon! Get back! And then you know the demon like and start laughing. You fool! You think that's gonna stop me? You know, like you know, like one of them, like the Exorcist. You know, the priest walking there and you know saying whatever prayer, thinking that this cross is doing something. You know, but it's not doing anything, man. That's why that demon was like, "Get away, go sit down." You know that demon knows that cross. That's why the demon was laughing, because that cross does nothing. All right. It says, "For I, the Lord, thy God, am a jealous God." You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, how would you think the Lord would feel if you giving his glory and his praise to somebody else? And we do it a lot. We do it. We do it with money, especially good night, especially with money. You know what I'm saying? Like people will go to great lengths to obtain money. You know, you got brothers out here selling drugs, scamming, robbing, killing, just for some money. Everybody wants to be a rapper because they think the rap game will make you rich. Our sisters with this OnlyFans, with these fetish pages, and all these other things that they do, you know, to the point to where now they don't even respect men that don't have it. So what men have to do? They have to rob, kill, steal, just to obtain money, just to even try to entertain a woman. Go ahead.
Brothers nowadays got to put themselves through oppression in order to satisfy a woman.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put yourself through all type of oppression just to do that. And women put themselves through all type of oppression just to even because their beauty is what they worship. If you walk out like if you just set a mirror in the middle of the street or on a sidewalk somewhere, you know how many women will stop and look at themselves in the mirror. When I used to do security, I used to work at this building, like like on some of those office buildings, the outside windows, they look like mirrors. So when you walk, like you can see yourself. And I get like every woman that stopped she walking in the office building, she see and she look, she gonna stop, fix her hair and look at herself and poke out what she needs to poke out, fix what she needs to fix. And now they walk around like this all day with their phones. And every time they talk, they always playing with their hair. They always trying to like that little piece of hair ain't going nowhere. It's fine. You done put curling irons and stuff on it for 2 hours. It's good. Leave it alone. And they sit there with their phones and they just bat their eyes and trying to find the right light to show themselves in. Like women worship themselves, you know what I'm saying, with their beauty, and they worship money. So do men. All right. But they forget who led them out of captivity. All right. Drop that and give me Leviticus 19 and verse 4. It's going to pretty much reiterate the same thing as far as what the Lord said to do. Now, this is the Levitical law. We're in Leviticus now. I gave it to you in the 10 Commandments, you know what I'm saying, that the Christians, they recognize about the 10 Commandments. But now we're going to read it in the law. Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 4. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods.
Right. So it says, turn ye not unto idols. You know what I'm saying? Or nor make to yourselves molten gods. Like of course, people making the Jesus pieces, the crosses. I don't know whatever Muslims do. They got their own thing, but people wearing Buddhas, like the big fat Buddhas. Kingston, focus. People make like the what's the little sign that is like a hand like this or something like that. People a Humsey or whatever it's called. It's like a hand that's like this. The Buddha, the yoga stuff, the yin yang, like, and people get these things tattooed on them, and and that's totally because the scriptures also say don't make any markings on your body. So all these things that people mark on themselves or wear is idol worship. Like especially like with Christmas. With Christmas, it's about 5 different things that you're worshiping on Christmas, and most people don't even know it. A lot of people think that it's just a celebration of baby Jesus' birthday when he was born, but it's not it. December 25th represents the winter solstice. That's something that I believe the Babylonians or the Greeks, they believe in. And what the winter solstice is, it's like it's Nimrod's birthday, and Nimrod is where the Christmas tree come from. When you read Jeremiah chapter 10, I believe, when it's talking about worshiping not what the heathens do. Matter of fact, let's go to it. Give me Jeremiah. Give me Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. We're going to start at 2.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
It says, learn not the way of the heathen. So we're about to read something that the heathens do. Now keep in mind, I just got through talking about Christmas. And Christmas is in the they refer to Christmas as in the New Testament. The birth of Christ, the Christmas tree, the wreath, the mistletoe, decking the halls. All right. Now keep going.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, For the heathen are dismayed at them.
So the heathen are dismayed at the signs of heaven. The heathen worry about zodiac signs and chakras and all these other type of things, brain waves and vibrations and stuff like that. The heathens are dismayed at that. All right, go ahead.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
So what does that sound like? It says one cutteth a tree out of the forest. What does that sound like?
Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree, right? Well, we don't, you don't necessarily have to physically go out into a forest and cut a tree down. Now, all you got to go to now is a plant nursery or a tree nursery, and you can just walk around a little lot and find you a tree and strap it on your truck and take it back home. All right, go ahead.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with a hammer.
So what do that sound like?
Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree. They decking it, deck the halls with balm of holly. La 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 la. You know what I'm saying? This is in the Old Testament now. This is what the heathens did that we were following back in the Old Testament. This is Jeremiah. Christ's birth wasn't until Matthew, Luke, Mark, Luke, and John. All right. It says they deck it with silver and with gold, and they fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. So back then, you cut the tree down, you have to nail it down to like a little base or something so it won't fall over. All right. We can drop that, but yeah, that's this that is describing the Christmas tree. And Christians have dedicated an entire weekend or an entire few days around this. They start buying these trees the day after they celebrate the rape, rob, and murder of our ancestors, which are the Gadites, the native Indians. So the day after so-called Thanksgiving, that's when everybody go, they go to the Black Friday sale, buy, trample each other and buy TVs and PlayStations and everything else. And then they go right to the nursery and go buy them a tree. And they keep this tree up all the way until what? January, sometime February. They put lights all around their house. They got silver and gold everywhere. So these are the customs of the heathen that we should not be following because that's idol worship. All right. Give me Isaiah chapter 42, verse 8.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 42, verse 8. I'm the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images.
So the Lord is not going to give his praise to nothing else, not even graven images. Like he don't care nothing about that. You're supposed to obey him. But we've fallen away from that because of the traditions of men that we've been taught by our captors. All right. Give me Psalms 96 and verse 5.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens.
It says, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. So everything that all these other nations, all their gods, they're idols. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like that golden calf that we made in the wilderness. That was an idol. that that staff that Moses made with the serpents around it, we turned that into an idol. You know what I'm saying? Like you familiar with the staff, right?
Go on, sir.
When we were when the Israelites when we were getting bitten by the snakes, and we were getting poisoned and dying, so the Most High told Moses to make a staff, you know, with the serpents on it, and anybody that look at the staff will be healed. After that, we turned that, we made that our God. We turned that into an idol. We started, like, people started making, you know, necklaces and everything out of that. You know, we negated what the Lord did because all we saw was the staff. Go ahead.
That's why like hospitals have their like staff with like the snake
Right.
going up it.
Right. Like you see it like on ambulance, on like on the back of an ambulance or even a hospital. Like that's pretty much like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And so we've made that an idol. What else we done made? We done made a lot of things idols. Like I said, money. Like even social status is an idol now. Like everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be liked. You know, every time you post something on social media, you want 1 million likes. That's why it's a lot of people like they do some of the somebody outside out there. Oh, okay. No sweat. It's 12. You know, that's why it's a lot of people that do so many like stupid, dumb things on social media to get likes. Like I done seen some of like the dumbest dances, and they go viral for doing a stupid dance, or just like eat like random violence or anything. Like now, you know, you got people, you know, they love material, and material things are idols too. It's a group of kids. I don't know what city is in, but but what they're doing now, they're like going into malls or shopping centers and they taking hammers and they busting down the windows and they just run in the store and just start taking stuff. Like they done hit up a couple Gucci stores and all type of things. Like it's not like 5 or 6, it's like 20, 30 kids, teenagers. And they just run up in the store, somebody come with a hammer, bust the glass, and everybody rush in. You know, they even taking the whole mannequins out of there. All right. Because they worship materialistic things. You know, and people would do anything to achieve what they want. All right. Drop that and give me Revelation 21. We're going to start at verse 8.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 21, verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable, and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters
And who?
and idolaters
Uh-huh.
and all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire, which burn with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
All right. And, okay, you say that's the second death. Anybody know what the first death is?
Spiritually.
Spiritually, how is that spiritually?
If you don't have the spirit of life, you're pretty much like the Walking Dead.
No, I mean, well, how is the first death spiritually?
I don't know.
By killing your old self. So what that means is you won't be unbelieving anymore. You won't be abominable. You won't be a murderer anymore. Like you stop being a murderer. You won't be a whoremonger. You won't be a sorcerer. You won't be an idolater anymore. You won't be a liar. Whatever that's keeping you in sin, you know what I'm saying, you will kill yourself from that. That's what your old man did. You know, like a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we were some, you know, lying, drug abusing, whoremongers, gangsters, murderers, thieves. But when we came into the truth, we killed ourselves, like we killed our old self, and we became new. So that means we won't partake in this second death. You know what I'm saying? Because when you partake in this second death, that means you're gonna be. It says, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. Go ahead.
One thing I wanted to mention, like a lot of like Christ said not to give the praise to him, but give it to the Most High. So why do people make idols of Christ?
That's the problem. That is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like Christ, he just said it himself. Like, don't give me the praise. Like, give the Lord the praise. That's why, like, even when he said also, don't pray to me, pray to the Lord, but just pray in my name. I'm just paraphrasing. So when we pray, like we praying to the Lord, but we say, in the name of YAHANNA, because Christ is the mediator for us. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't supposed to pray to Christ like, Jesus, please do this, please do that, because now we not acknowledging the Most High. All right. We finished with that? Yeah. Drop that and give me 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 3.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
So in our past life, you know what I'm saying? Like we gave our life pretty much to everything that the Gentiles did or the heathens. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that is naming, like lust, excess of wine, like excess of wine. You a wino, like you a drunkard, like you drink so much Hennessy to where you don't know where you at. I've been a victim of that before. Drinking so much to where I woke up under a tailpipe of a car. Don't know how I got home. Like those are the things that, like celebrating birthday. Everybody want to celebrate birthday. Everybody want to, get so high, get so drunk to where they have so much fun that they don't even remember it. Like what was it? Like the Hangover movies. Like they got so high on them roofies to where they didn't remember none of the stuff that they did. And that's supposed to be fun. Like, yeah, we had so much fun, I don't remember. You wake up with a tattoo of a rod on your back, and you like, oh man, and you think that's cool because that's what heathens do. That's what heathens do. But we want to keep up with them and do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's every black person's dream to go to Vegas. What we call Sin City, and turn up and live like like the Hangover. You know what I'm saying? I've never been to Vegas. I want to go, but I don't want to live and do the things like that. It's too hot out there from what I hear. It's hot in Texas right now. Like it's what time is it? It's 8:23. It's still like 90 something degrees outside right now. So I know in Nevada it's hotter than that out there. I don't like sweating like that. All right. Drop that and give me Ephesians 5:5. Well, you have to understand that when we worshiping idols and doing the things that we do, like with that YOLO thing, like we turn ourselves further and further away from the Most High. Hold on. Give me Ephesians 5:5.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 5. For this you know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous person, nor covetous man who is an idolater, have any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God.
All right, so it says, for this ye know that no whoremonger. What is a whoremonger?
A man that sleeps with anybody. And a lot
A man that sleeps with anybody? No, I won't take that. Go ahead.
It's kind of like what he said, but it's the creative whores. They like to have them around them. They create them by sleeping with other people, sleeping with women, but not keeping them.
Right. So they sleep with women, putting them away, or they sleeping with, somebody else's wife, correct? Right. The whoremonger. And which means they turn women into whores. All right. Nor unclean person. What is an unclean person?
somebody that's defiled.
Defile how?
Somebody that don't keep the laws of the Most High.
Somebody that don't keep the laws of the Most High?
Sir.
All right. What about a crab eater? Or a lobster eater? A pork eater?
Sir.
Right. What about a covetous man? What is a covetous man? What does covet mean?
I'm not sure.
You got a phone and a computer right there. Look it up.
A greedy person. Somebody that's greedy.
Greedy, or wants something or somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? Because it says, "Who is an idolater?" They want what other people got. All right. So they mean, like, if you want somebody, like, you worship that person. Oh man, I want Floyd Mayweather money. And you at all Floyd Mayweather fights. You're doing this and you're doing that. You got the money team shirt on. You would do anything for that. All right. Where we at? It says, "Had any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God." So when Christ come back and establishes the kingdom kingdom of heaven, you won't have no inheritance. You know what I'm saying? You won't have. You're gonna be right back at the bottom. You're gonna be like the homeless white man that's in this kingdom right now. The homeless white man. That's what, like, when you see a homeless white man versus a homeless black man, that homeless white man is always angry. He's angry. Why? Because his brethren, according to the flesh, are ruling this and running this country. They running this world, and he should be at the top running it with him, but he's not. He probably had a great family, did something, that against the approval of the family, and they cut him out the wheel. So now he's homeless. Like, he had a great start, but he ended up homeless. Black people, shit, we've been homeless. That's why it's so, like, when you it's like when we know how to survive. Like, when you poor as a black person, your lights go out. Okay, we go get some candles. You know, you handle everything before the sun go down. Or if your neighbor got some light, hey, can we run extension cord at least? You know, keep our fan and our refrigerator on so it won't be too hot in the house. That's what we do. You know, we lose our money or we lose our job. You know, we know how to survive. We know how to make do. When our oppressor, when a white man loses his job, they go downtown, they go to the top of that building, and they jump off. Just imagine if you know who Paris Hilton is.
I heard about it. I don't know who that
Paris
is.
Hilton. Okay, her father or her family are the owners and the founders of like all like Hilton hotels.
Come on, sir.
Like that's her family. So she was born into money. She was born into millions and billions of dollars. Now just imagine one. So she's never struggled in her life. Just imagine if her family and her lose all their money. To all the way down, and they got $5 in their pocket. That's all they got. What you think would happen?
They'll commit suicide.
Oh, they done. They gonna off themselves. Go ahead.
They'll also turn to drugs, sir.
Oh, they on drugs now. They on drugs. They got them. They got the good. They got the good. They on drugs now. So drugs ain't gonna do it. They gonna either hop off that building or they gonna go on that fishing trip and tie that millstone around their feet. All right. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 6. We're gonna start at verse 9.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers.
All right, go back. Like that, the second word of this, you know, of the title of the class, you know what I'm saying? The unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. You know, so don't be deceived. Don't be deceived that, you know, you can come as you are and leave as you are, like the Christian church say. You know, you come as you are, you know, and just sow your seeds and just believe. Because if believing was all you had to do, it would be no use for what we, you know, so-called a hellish condition. It wouldn't be no use for punishment. It wouldn't be used for judgment. Because if I'm a murderer and when Christ come back and I see them ships, my bad, Lord, I believe. That's all you have to, that's all you, Lord, look. In the Bible, you say all you had to do was believe. I believe. I'm good, right? You know what I'm saying? If it was that easy just to believe, it wouldn't be no use for judgment. All right, keep going.
Nor adulterers, nor effeminate.
Salaki. What does effeminate mean?
A man that has woman-like traits.
Right, so that means he don't even have to be gay, right?
Come on, sir.
Like, so we ain't got to, you know, the alternative lifestyle. Just a man that's not masculine enough.
Flamboyant.
Like he acts like a woman. And I'm not necessarily like rolling his neck. I'm talking about even in mindset and in actions. Like you don't even have to be gay. Just go and be effeminate if you want to. All right. Go ahead.
Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God.
Like none of those people don't do that like that. Are you just gonna disrespect the sword like that, King? All right, boy. So it says nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards. So, like I said, you can't be a drunkard. Like you can't be drinking to where you damn near pass out every time you drink, or want to fight everybody in the club. That's why I don't drink clear liquor, because I be want to fight everybody in the club. But you shouldn't try to, over drink. All right. No extortioners. Anybody know what an extortioner is? Pretty much. You got a definition?
A robber.
Extortion. Just think of like a mob movie or gangsters. You know how they extort money from people.
The act or practice of extorting, especially money or other property.
Right. So yeah, man, you give me, if we in school, man, you give me your allowance, your lunch money every week. I'll make sure nobody mess with you.
To obtain from the definition of extort is to obtain from a person by force, intimidation, or undue or illegal power.
Right. So if you don't give me your lunch money every week, I'm gonna let them boys jump you. You're gonna get beat up every day at the school. That's extortion. All right. Drop that. And let me see.
I can pull Psalms.
What it got?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 135, verse 15. The idols of the heathen are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Neither is there any breath in their mouths. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusts in them.
Right. So what it says something about silver and gold. Like one of the things that our people, we love to shine. There's nothing wrong with having jewelry or, having silver and gold, but to the point to where you would do anything for it. Like, our oppressors have set a standard with like with diamonds. Like they claim that diamond is a rare jewel. Diamonds are not rare. Diamonds are, you go to certain parts of the country or in Africa, like they got diamonds just on the ground. You just gotta, forge them with fire. But the ways that, especially like how, I forgot her name, but the lady that said diamonds are a girl best friend. Now, if you can't supply your woman with a diamond, she won't quote unquote marry you. And now they want the biggest rock they can find to put on a ring for them. They want a $20,000 ring. You know what I'm saying? But then probably plan on divorcing the brother. Right after that. That's how some people equate their love. Like you don't love me unless you give me a big rock on my finger. All right. I'm gonna pull like one more scripture. Matter of fact, just give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
All right, now it's saying neither thou shalt thou make marriages with them. It's talking about heathens, other nations. You know, you shouldn't give your daughter to their sons, or you shouldn't take their daughters unto your sons, because something is going to happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like when you married to somebody, like, you know, they're gonna take on some characteristics of you, and you're gonna take certain characteristics of them. You know, like say for instance, you know, if you're a sports fan and you marry a sister that's not a sports fan, you know, eventually she might go to a game with you, or put on the same color jersey as you. You know what I'm saying? Like to support you in the things that you like to do. She might like gardening or something like that. So you might go to a garden expo with her, or get out in the yard with her, get a green thumb and help her plant stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are one now. That's your wife. That's your husband. So the reason why it says, well, it's gonna tell you why you shouldn't marry other nations. Go ahead, verse 4.
Verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
Right. So they're gonna turn your son away from following the Lord. Why? Because if you marry, if you're a black man, Hispanic man, or Native Indian man, your God is the Most High. All right. So if you marry a Chinese woman or a Japanese woman, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna allow her God into your house. So you're gonna see a big Buddha over the fireplace, or you're gonna see whatever she worships over the fireplace. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna end up going to, her functions or whatever. Or if you marry a Arab, you're gonna have some Arab. You're gonna have some Muslim things in your house. You're not gonna be focused on the Most High all of it, because you're trying to please your wife, or you're trying to please your husband. Same thing that happened with Solomon. Everybody knows Solomon had 700 wives, 300 concubines, and did the Lord punish him for that?
Come, sir.
He punished him for having 700 wives and 300 concubines.
La, sir.
What did he punish him for then?
Because he was marrying women with strange God that had strange gods.
Right, he was marrying heathen women that from other nations that had totally different gods. And Solomon did, he was building altars and temples for his wives in their religion, or whatever you want to call it. And that's not what he's supposed to do. All right. So following these false idols, man, is totally against the Lord. That was one of the first, that is the first commandment, is thou shalt have no other gods before me. You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn as a people to understand that some of the things that we do are idol worship. Some of the little minute, harmless things that we think, like we're talking about with Christmas and all these other things, we have to understand that those are not of the Most High. And so that's why it's very important for us to get back to our culture and start understanding these scriptures, so we won't fall into traps like that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there. Pay your tithes to the men of the Lord under Commander General YAHANNA. Pay your tithes at ISUPK.com. We do have a feast day coming up. So if you're in Houston, September 15th, you're welcome to come to the feast day. It's welcome to all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Native Indians, I should say. The address to the school is 7701 Belford, and you're welcome to come. It's going to start after sundown. It's going to be read again in the security announcements. We also have a Day of Atonement is coming up right after that too. So we have 2 feast days that are coming up back to back. So after the memorial blowing of trumpets, we have the Day of Atonement. The Day of Atonement is the day that you afflict your soul. You know, you shouldn't drink, you shouldn't eat or drink for 24 hours. You know, so we'll get into that, you know, as it approaches, so you can learn more about it. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Nike for the security announcement.
We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to marry, to speak to a brother or sister. From the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Also Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations: memorial blowing of the trumpet, first day of the 7th month, Friday 15th September 2023. You can read about it in Leviticus 23, verse 24 and 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the schools, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, and a headband. And these are the security announcements.
All right, with that, Majim, which means to stand. Give a courtesy salute to the brothers and the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah, Yahweh Matah, Saul, face the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Matah, dismiss.